Well, this is, UNM is very unique. There's all these like young composers from the Nordic countries. It's one of a kind. I don't even know if there's other like these where there only are young people participating and a lot of young people playing and this kind of like. I think it is. I feel like it's unique. Therefore, that people are young.
About the UNM festival is absolutely that it's that you are young. I mean, you are only allowed to be 30 or a student to participate, and I think that what is really special about this festival also is that we as the organizers also are young, so we also learn to organize. I mean, it is kind of an education in leadership or like an entrepreneurship exam or like just an insane entrepreneurship exam, but and I think that's what really makes it special is that it's Young Nordic music arranged by young Nordic people. My name is Allan Gaugaard Madsen, and I'm a board member of the Danish UNM, and in that effect also host of this year's UNM Festival, or Young Nordic Music Days as we wish to call it. I'm also participating as a composer here.
First of all, UNM, of course, presents a very privileged platform for young composers to have their piece performed by good musicians. And not just that, because of the size of the festival and where it takes place, this festival kinds of create a community which is really, really close. So all the composers, they feel really close to the performance, to their fellow composers. And there is a sense of community which this festival promotes.
It was a difficult piece for me. I was kind of getting on to wanting to take a long break from composition. So it was my last piece I wrote before taking a break. And I was quite intuitive. I let everything seep into it. I was living in Helsinki. I didn't travel anywhere for 8 months. And then I just stayed in my hometown, and I just wrote everything that I heard. Seagulls, Helsinki has a lot of sea. So I took lots of walks by the sea and heard the sand underneath my feet, and the cathedral, which has these 3 bells, which make
experience with the festival is that I feel very much welcome to this, I'd say, community that is made up of all these nationalities and all these people, and we all come here kind of to show and also get feedback on our music, because it's a very good platform to see what is up in the music scene in the Nordic area. I would encourage my fellow composers and also young composers to apply to the festival because of its diversity. There's basically no limit of what you can do within the field of music or within the field of composition, which can inherit elements from music and pictures, images, spoken words, dialogue, singing, theater, everything. So there are no limits regarding what you can do, and that's what I think is a good thing about this festival.
My name is Louise Gorm. I'm Danish violinist, currently living in Berlin, and I'm here at the festival performing with my string quartet. With my string quartet, we were performing 3 different pieces at a concert, and they were really very different. We had an Icelandic piece, a piece of an Icelandic composer. Then we played a piano quintet of a Finnish composer, and the last piece was a quartet from a Japanese composer called Polka Dots, which was a very, very funny and in a way also humoristic piece to play. It was a lot of effects and sound and craziness, and after...
Actually, it was really nice to work with Tiger Quartet. They made a new approach for my music. My piece was performed before in 2014, but this time they made a totally different approach for my piece, and I really love it. I had a piece for string quartet that is called Polka Dot, and I'm always inspired by passion. It's my source for inspiration. So yeah, this time as well. So I was inspired by Polka Dot.
Gothenburg 99, Helsinki 2000, back when there was still the infamous sauna bar. 2001 I was in Germany, 2002 Reykjavik, 2003 Oslo, 2004 Stockholm. I remember every single venue and every single situation. So that's probably the strongest memories. That is the collaboration between me and the musicians, and also they're establishing some connections that I still have today. I think I have a huge inter-Nordic network that has been established and has grown through the UNM and was enabled through the UNM, and that has had a lasting effect, and that has grown stronger and bigger afterwards. So this is an important foundation for my network as it is today in the Nordic countries, definitely, and musical experiences also, but there are too many. But it's a lot of observations, a lot of people trying things out, also inspirations, and also just as important, or maybe even more important, a lot of things that made me realize, or where I was thinking, this is not how I want to do it. Both things are equally important, I think.
There's not much I would like to say about the piece other than what maybe is already clear in the title. I work with a lot of junk and constructed small machines in the piece. And the piece basically, on a very basic level, it deals with the clash between found objects or cheap sounding objects and very noble or expensive concert instruments, and the sound clash between these two things.
My name is Kajsa Magnusson. I am from Gothenburg, Sweden, and I'm a composer, a sound artist, and a performer. I have built an instrument called the rape alarm organ that I'm playing. It is built out of many small alarms, attack alarms or rape alarms or panic alarms, that I have modified by changing the resistor. It's not like I'm saying something, you know. It's not like I don't think you read it at first as political or whatever, but in a way it is really political. But it's not political in that way that I'm telling you what to think. It's just I'm telling you to think about it. Like just think about it.
My former experience at UNM. It's been great. I've had pieces performed 4 times now with different ensembles and different people. And it's also nice because you also meet friends, and I'm seeing some of the same faces I've seen every year. And it's really nice, and it's really, I don't know, it's a friendly festival in that regard. You know, you're always meeting new people, but at the same time you're meeting people you know, it's a nice atmosphere going on. And also, which is a big factor for me, is that although our music is online and can be reached easily everywhere, and we can listen to other people's music, I think it's different to come to concerts and lectures and see and hear about other people's ideas.
It's a vibrant and very nice atmosphere working with young musicians, because they're your friends, and yeah, you don't have to. You just get rid of this elitist professionalism. You can just share music together, and that's very nice. I think togetherness is the essence of UNM. That is really the key word in why we do this festival each year, and now it's been going on for 70 years. That is massive. That is such a long time. It's crazy. And the fact that we keep on doing it, yeah, that is togetherness.
I think young composers and sound artists and people who consider themselves composers, people who write music, they should apply for UNM, because it's not only an opportunity to get a piece performed internationally, abroad, it's a great environment to mirror your thoughts with other people's thoughts, to have relationships, to have dynamic discussions. And I think it's only really when you bring your thoughts and your expression and your heart in counterpoint with other people's expressions and hearts that you really know what you think. You really only know who you are as a composer once you've placed yourself in relation to other musics. And I think UNM is a very safe environment to do it. I'm not meaning safe that it's not taking risks, so it's not radical. It's definitely all of that. But on a humane level and on a psychological level, for a young composer, it can be quite daunting to present their product, no matter how academic and distant they already are from the music. Others take it as a job of their heart, others take it as a job of their brain, but in any case it's an expression of their humanity and their body. their mind body, as it were, and that can be a daunting thing to do. And UNM is one of the best platforms because of this warmth.